If I see you here again, you'll learn all about real trouble.
So, what would you do now?
I'm Spencer,
And I'm contemplating life choices.
and this is The Itch, and we're here to talk about and review Life is Strange, Episode 1, Chrysalis.
Chrysalis?
Yeah.
It's fucking... It's Square Enix. Of course they have to have, like, some crystal reference.
You know, so Life is Strange is Square Enix's attempt, and it's from the developer Don't Nod, which is the same spelled backwards.
So,
Which, I was playing this at about 3 in the morning, so that was kind of an ongoing struggle not to nod off. But, we'll get to that in a little bit. It's basically Square Enix's attempt to make a game kind of like the Telltale series. So it's kind of like if you played The Walking Dead or anything like that, which I've played that.
or Wolf Among Us.
Wolf Among Us, anything like that. It's kind of that whole episodic content, the adventure style of game. That's kind of short on action, but high on choice and...
Drama.
yeah, angst.
Especially teen.
Specifically, yeah.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
Right.
It's safe to say.
So my experience being the Telltale series of games, that kind of stuff, I've played a couple of them. I'm not the hugest fan of that style of game, but I do enjoy it.
It's narrative driven.
Yeah,
You wouldn't understand, Brad.
it's kind of good.
You walk over here with my beanie and scarf.
I am a little bit disappointed in Square Enix as of late, so it's hard for me. I really am giving them the benefit of the doubt that this is going to really wow me. I am not huge into a lot of their games, but again, you know, this is made by Don't Nod, so I'm really giving it the best that I can. And to show that I'm all in, it retails for $5, but you can also buy the series for $20. And I bought the series.
Damn, big
So
spender!
understand, I'm balls in with this series.
I'm balls.
Literally, my
Right here.
Yeah.
Are my balls in.
my testicles are as far into this project as I can possibly be.
Balls deep.
And I completely finished this current game, so I have the ending and everything locked in.
Maybe I should just let you review all the rest of it. You already put the $20 down. I'm like, should I get it? $5 at all?
So, the story of the game is this. I have it poorly broken down here, but this chick enjoys her cameras. She goes to camera college. Basically, her senior year of high school is spent at a college called like it was like Blackrock, Blackwood, or something like that. Black is in the name.
Black people college.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Martin Luther. So, yeah, she's going to this. It's sort of like a college. They have their own dorms and everything.
Okay.
But they're all seniors in high school. So she goes and whatever she does, she learns that she can turn back time, and she prevents a murder when she does it.
Just like Cher. Just like Cher. Sorry,
It's like
keep going.
shit.
I'm
And she
sorry.
prevents a murder. So a murder happens, she goes, oh, that's weird, and then like turns back the time and actually ends up preventing it. So
Shit, a murder.
she's a hero. And then she kind of goes through the rest of the story, dealing with like teenager stuff, but using her time travel to help her with it. I'm sure we can all relate to wanting something like that.
I mean, there's a movie coming out just about it, too.
What movie is that?
Almanac. Project Almanac. Whatever. I'm gonna see it. We shall go see it.
Don't watch movies. So, to do that, you're gonna walk around the environment, you're gonna interact with shit. That's what I have written down here.
Now, quick question.
Yep. Well,
Oh.
Justin, go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
You, sure.
Do you walk like in Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Or is it okay? So it's completely it's literally squares everything of Walking Dead.
Kind of. It has their kind of style. It has a style to it, and we'll get to that style part in a second. But yeah, if you play The Walking Dead, you'll know exactly what to do.
Okay.
You walk around. The environments, I think, from what I've played, are a little bit bigger than The Walking Dead you might be familiar with. It's a little bit more like straight behind the back, third person.
Walking Dead, they really cut you off. In
Yeah, this one's a little bit more open, but not necessarily open, but just bigger. There's still the obvious, like, you can't go past the bushes.
So it's more of like
But-
King's Quest
Sure.
than it is of...
But you know, if you played Walking Dead, you know what to do. It's just got the added element of reversing time to make things happen. So let's say that something's gonna fall, and it's gonna go into a place you can't reach. you turn back time and push something there so that it falls on that, and then you pull it. So kind of using that strategy.
So we're
throughout.
talking like Prince of Persia, Sands of Time?
No. Because when you reverse time, it kind of disobeys every single law that there is of time travel, and that you actually stay in the same spot. So...
Well, there's no real... We're
that's
not
true.
going to get into it.
That's true. There's no real rules, but there are written rules that you people generally try to stick
Not if you
to.
reverse those rules.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Anyway.
So this kind of goes off of all those, and basically you're making game-changing decisions throughout. So if you're mean to this guy at this point, later on it will affect it, and it even goes over all that. So
you probably were.
no,
That's
I
what you
am
mentioned.
I am quite the diplomat.
Get the fuck out of here.
I am a politician in these games.
The guy who I played the Old Republic with, who's like, fuck it, give me the money. Who kills everybody.
Well, I mean, why wouldn't?
As a Jedi. God damn. Okay, whatever.
It's just something that you do.
Nice guy, sure.
The visuals, I was really harsh on the visuals for this game. I remember we talked about it earlier in the year.
Link in the description below.
Maybe.
Maybe. Fuck it.
I had a difficult time understanding why they went the visual style. I got to admit, the visuals grow on you and are actually quite good when you actually play the game. The character models, I will still argue, are ugly as hell.
Oh,
but the environments actually, despite being what I would assume is somewhat low res, the lighting and ambient effects are actually really strong and make everything look kind of pristine and really cool. So I really like what they did with the visuals. I'm very shocked that they got all that done. I do think the character models again are ugly. I think the main character is kind of hit or miss on how she looks in general, but I'm not really into freckles. So
I've got freckles.
this gets into where the style comes into play. There's a lot, and if you saw the trailer, you know what I'm talking about. There's heavy indie influences in this game.
Oh.
If you like a lot of acoustic guitar and people like singing / not singing,
Don't you like that?
no, I'm not huge.
Fuck no.
I'm not really into that. I mean, there's some of it's good music and it kind of worked for it, but at the same time, this was going for like Juno on steroids.
Oh god.
Like everything. So kind of getting back to what we were talking about with style, everything's kind of drawn on. So like when you select to do something with something, you can look at it, you kind of click on it, and then it's like a drawing saying like interact with this. Or
Oh, so it's
that.
like written for artistic purposes
Yeah.
to keep you in the realm. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
So it's kind of interesting, but it's really, really driving that indie sort of thing going on. The voice acting, I thought, is fine. My big gripe is that the script itself, I wrote here, script needs to not be written by a 60-year-old trying to be cool. So they say things like, epic win. And at one point, and I was playing this and my girlfriend was actually behind me, and there was a girl getting held like at gunpoint, and she goes like, "This is hella crazy" or something like that. And we were both kind of laughing, like, would you say that if your life was on the line? Yeah. Whoa, dude.
The stakes are really high with this one. Don't you?
Yeah.
I get your point.
Hope you don't have an itchy trigger finger.
Oh my god.
It's like you wouldn't necessarily use slang in every facet of your life. There's some points where you kind of drop it. And I hate to bring it down to this game that we mention all the time, but in The Last of Us, when there's tense moments, the character Ellie is very, kind of like that, like kind of cool, and she says, she has her own dialogue.
Whoa!
But if something crazy happens, like a monster is trying to eat her face off, she doesn't go like, "Whoa, this is brutal."
Yeah. Like if Joel kills somebody, it's like, "Fuck, Joel."
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Yeah, there's no like slang or hipster stuff. So that's kind of my problem with it. I really wish they just stay away from the hip talk.
The hip talk.
Talk from the hip. Pros, I think this game has an entertaining enough story. This is the kind of story that would be on the CW.
Or ABC Family.
Yeah. You'd find it on that kind of game.
Who's A?
And if it were that, I wouldn't watch it.
Really?
But as a game that lets you make choices and do all that kind of stuff, it makes some sense. So I actually found myself entertained enough to keep playing through it.
So, cut you off real quick. Did they give you a trailer to like the next episode?
I don't think so. No.
That sucks.
Wait, they might have.
I would like to know.
They might have,
Yeah.
and I just kind of didn't pick up on it, but I can't remember now.
Just drunk.
Again, I
It
beat
was
this.
late.
I beat this game at about 4 a.m. after I woke up. I was a little bit delirious. But another pro is that it was short, but not too short. It was a good amount of. It was a good chunk of gameplay for the
3
$5
hours.
that it was supposed to be.
Roughly.
Yeah, something like that.
That's good. It's not too bad.
And the puzzles were actually somewhat engaging because they were based around time travel. They did kind of hold your hand in a way that was a little bit offensive, like this is what you should have done, and this
Oh,
is how
really?
you're going to do it.
Oh god, that's
It's kind of convoluted. And it's like, well, if you're gonna make me do it, I guess it makes sense. But this is not how I would have solved it.
it's my game.
Like you're using a cell phone throughout. You use your cell phone, and it's like you have to show something on a laptop to somebody, and you're like, I gotta print this out, and it's like, or you could just take a picture of it with the cell phone that you're using. Just a thought.
Thanks, fuckers.
But if now we can get into the cons, because that was kind of a negative. Again, it feels somewhat like it's trying to ride the Juno train. It's just trying to get that indie market, like every little facet of it. She even has her own guitar, which it never goes into like why she needs to play the guitar.
She just plays it.
She just can. She has an old acoustic guitar.
Of course she does.
There's the dialogue I wasn't a huge fan of, and there's too much angst in this game, which might appeal to people. So for me, it was a con. If you're a little bit younger, I even know people my age that kind of like that teenage stuff. There's a lot of like, I'm a teen and I don't really fit in, and nobody understands me, and yada yada. The main character is kind of that the typical indie movie where they're quiet and reserved and like they're so smart, but they're just so quiet.
Right. If they knew their true potential.
So you get a lot of that, and I don't really buy into it. Would I recommend it? Yeah, I would. Hot Skippy. I would recommend it for $5.
That's good.
For $5, this is very playable. You will. I found myself intrigued to keep going, and I'm actually looking forward to the next game.